Oh, and you people wonder why I say this industry's dead. You people wonder why I say that video games have been pistol whipped into the ground and pushed into the dirt face first under the heel of capitalism, greed, and selfishly motivated desires to ruin our industry. Well, you do not need to look any further than the Crysis Trilogy. Yeah, the latest remaster that the gaming industry has chosen to shit out and quote-unquote bless us with. And here in this pack, we have 3 games that epitomize style over substance, 3 games that only graphics whores will enjoy, and honestly, 3 games that just go to show how weak video games are, not just by virtue of being remastered, but by virtue of existing in the first place. The decade-old meme at this point of "Can it run Crysis" is so overdone, yet never more applicable. The only reason that this is getting shoveled out is so you can get 4K Crysis on the latest consoles, and so that the Nintendrones can jump up and down for their YouTube channel saying, "Look, it can run Crysis." Well, it can at sub 30 FPS, and the graphics are sub 720p, and the game itself is atrocious. Basically, it runs just as well as it did on the Xbox 360. And getting excited that a tablet has equivalent hardware to a system that is literally 15 years old is not a selling point, not a good thing, not something to be excited about, you Nintendrones, you fucking robots, yet you're going to shovel out money for it, and you Sony and Microsoft guys are no better. You Sony and Microsoft guys are no better buying a 15-year-old game for what's probably the 3rd time, because they released Crysis on the PS3 and the 360. They released Crysis Remastered on PS4 and Xbox One. And now we're here to sell you the game again a 3rd time. This time you get all 3 games at full asking price, of course. You fucking clowns aren't going to pay anything less than $60 for this. You fucking degenerates have put $180 into these idiots' pockets. Activision is just kicking their feet back and laughing their fucking ass off. But you know what the true punchline here is? You're not supporting a game that's pushing the medium forward. You're pushing the medium backwards. You're supporting games that put graphics above everything else. Crysis was a complete failure back in 2007 when it initially released. I have no idea how those scumbag CEOs decided it was worthy of 2 sequels, one of which arms you with a bow and arrow, for Christ's sake. I mean, the creativity well is so bone dry at that point. Crysis 3 was a failure, and you people wonder why we never got Crysis 4. Crysis 1, 2, and 3 are for a very specific kind of gamer. The fake gamer. The poser. The one who likes to kick back and he pretends like he's part of the gaming circle, the social group, like he's one of the outliers. You know how in the social circle you'll have all the hardcore guys standing in a circle talking because you just listen to the conversation for about 2 to 3 minutes and you know that they know what's up, they know their industry inside out. Well, first off, I run that fucking circle, but second off, the casual gamer, the poser, he sits on the outside of that circle, gently prodding it with a stick. "Oh, hey guys, did you get the new Crysis Trilogy? I'm playing it on my Switch. Isn't it cool that it's portable?" And us hardcore guys, we crank our necks around to see what this cretin is, what this fucking creature, this monster, this hideous poser is doing, trying to interact with people of our stature. We know damn good and well that Crysis has no right, has no bearing, and has no reputation among gamers to be mentioned in the Hall of the Greats, along with some of the greatest games ever created like Fast and Furious, Crossroads, or Balan Wonderworld. Yet these fucking clowns are going to sit here and pretend like it does. They're going to pretend like it has engaging gameplay. They're going to pretend like they didn't rip the open world element out of the first one straight from Far Cry. They're going to pretend like Crysis 2 and 3 were necessary sequels that push the series forward and not just meaningless cash grabs that actually shifted over to a console focus. It's completely disgraceful. And these degenerates, these Crysis fanboys, like, my God, you need to wake the hell up. You need to wake the hell up. Crysis was never what it's cracked up to be. It is the definition of overhype. It is the definition of style over substance. It is the very epitome of what gamers have been trying to get away from. This fascination, no, not even fascination, this obsession with graphics hardware is always going to be inferior to the gameplay experience in which that game provides. And Crysis gets one thing right. It encompassed that stereotype perfectly, and I sit down and I thank God for Crysis every night, not because it's a good game, not because it's something that provides me a meaningful experience, and you're damn sure right, not because it does anything for video games, but because it makes it that much easier to identify the frauds in this industry, because all you have to do is wait for them to mention Crysis. All you have to do is wait for them. They'll start sweating bullets. The muscles in their face will tense up and pulse with their heartbeat if they go more than an hour without mentioning Crysis to try to sell you on the fact that they're a gamer, when in actuality we all know they're clowns. They're fucking posers. They're idiots. They're morons. They're complete losers. They're ugly as shit living in their parents' basement. The Crysis fanboy is its own species. It's taken on its own persona at this point, and I want nothing to do with it. If you like Crysis, if you enjoy these games, you can click the fuck off this channel. You can get off my videos. I want nothing to do with you. You are subhuman. You are a lesser species than me. You know absolutely nothing about video games, and the fact that you parade around Crysis as your black belt of video games, that it qualifies you, is a complete goddamn joke. Crysis sucks, and if you're thinking about buying the Crysis Remastered Trilogy, the only thing that needs to be remastered is you. You need to go back to your parents and tell them, unfortunately, they created a dud and they need to take a second shot at it, because you are what's wrong with this industry. You are ruining gaming. And Crysis sucks is just the cherry on top of the facts that you need to realize, the cold hard truth that's going to slap you in the face like a half erect dick. You need to wake the fuck up.